Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rugby Nari. Leo, we are going to be looking at last weekend games, and we shall also predict next weekend games. So clearly last weekend ilikuwa day 1 for Kenya Cup and day 2 for Championship. Now tutaanza na Kenya Cup and Kabras at home. I actually thought they would beat Impala with a bigger margin, but 33-6 means Impala, they had a good strategy to catch them early before they gain a lot of momentum, and it worked out in their favor because the point difference is not as big as most people would have thought. So that was good on Impala. KCB 88-5 South Coast Pirates. We expected that itakuwa a big margin between these two teams, and that's what we saw. But South Coast Pirates, we can give them a benefit of the doubt because hii ilikuwa game yao ya kwanza Kenya Cup. So as they said, I don't know if you watched the interview, iko hapo hivyo, I'll pin it over here, you can watch it. The Pirates walikuwa nasema that debut jitters had a factor in the game, and it was a very big game for them. So you can understand sometimes the results will go to a different level and unlike the way they expected. So yeah, it was unfortunate, but still they made it to Kenya Cup and they played their first game. You can watch the interview here and get to understand what I'm talking about. Oilers 76, Kisumu 13. Yeah, this was yet another expected itakuwa. It was a mismatch for Kisumu, and you can see the points difference hapo noma. Kisumu needs to step up, especially the fact that wanacheza KCB this weekend. They need to step up their defense because wakiendelea hivi they might get relegated, and that's not what any team wants. Nondies 22, Strathmore 16. Now this, I thought it was going to be close, as I said in the previous predictions, and as you can see, it was close by 6 points, and that was in favor of Nondies, the home team. So you can see Strathmore wako on, wamejipanga, and I expect to see them bounce back and play better as the season continues. Queens 55-22 Mwamba, their defense was all over the place. They let through too many tries that wange prevent. So that's why they had such a big margin of points, and at least they got some points pale hivyo. They mitigated your points difference, and yeah, moving forward I expect they will step up their defense and yeah, fight for their place. KU 27-5 Nakuru. This one I thought it will be closer, but KU clearly wamekuja, they want to make a statement. I mean, being that they made it to the playoffs last season, you expect that they will continue on that momentum, and they picked up from where they left last season, and this is a good start for Black Blood. Nakuru, maybe fatigue ya travel, but still teams travel and they win by big margins, so it's not an excuse. I hope Nakuru wamegainio their start to the season, and next game I hope they will have a better result. Now let's look at the championship. championship nayo ilikuwa noma. This is where we saw some major upsets. JKUAT winning at home back to back, beating 2 Marines 35-5. That is a big win for JKUAT, and I hope they will build on that as they travel this weekend. They will be going away. Then Mombasa were the beneficiaries of a walkover. Western Bulls hawakutravel, hawakufika Mombasa, so Mombasa gets the 28-0 walkover. UOE Trojans at home wakapigwa na Daystar 67-6. I'm telling you, some upsets hapa are incredible, considering Daystar traveled all the way from at the river at the Eldoret, and still you can see the kind of points they slapped UOE with 67. What if walikuwa home? It would have been something different. Another culprit were USIU Marshals, who suffered a 71-17 defeat to Must. And Must traveled all the way kutoka Kakamega hadi USIU, and still wakawapatia 71 points. What if walienda Kakamega? The points difference could have been through the roof. So, and I expected more from USIU. Like, this is not what I thought their form is like. I expected it to go a smaller margin, but it seems USIU has a bigger issue than we think they do. So I hope they are working on fixing whatever the problem is, because they might get relegated further out of the championship and the nationwide, and that's not what they want. USIU ni team yenye inafaa kuwa ikienda Kenya Cup, not going down. So I don't know what the issue is, but they need to address it. Mean Machine suffered their second defeat at home, losing to Homeboys 31-9. Homeboys getting their first win, and yeah, this is a nice bounce back for Homeboys. I thought they are a better side than most of the teams in championship, and this is a nice way to come back and make a statement. I expect them to be in the contention ya kwenda Kenya Cup. You know, I expect to see them in the playoffs, and this is a nice way to make a statement. Then we have Zetech. They lost to Kwea 28-11. Zetech were at home, and Kwea, you know, they are a big team. They are a former Kenya Cup side. So this is not a very bad result for Zetech. The points difference up with only 17, so they saved themselves, because Kwea is one of the main, like the top teams that are likely to make it to the playoffs. So this says a lot about Zetech. We might see them hapo kwa playoffs, and I won't be surprised. So yeah, I expect Zetech to have better performances moving forward and more wins. Kwea, I think they will carry on the momentum as the season goes. Now, let's look at the predictions, the Kenya Cup, and we shall begin with KU. They will be at home, hosting Impala. Now, this is going to be a close one. You know, Impala, they've proved that they are very comfortable and they are a force to be reckoned with. So I will give KU the home side the home advantage, but I think it will be a close game. It's one to look out for. Then Nakuru, They'll be at home against Queens. Now, Nakuru at home, they are dangerous. Obviously, last weekend they had a bad start, losing to KU away. But at home, if Queens wataenda huko like waki-underestimate Nakuru, they might get a rude shock. So I think it will be in favor of Queens, but it might go either way. If Nakuru steps up to the plate, it will go either way, but I favor Queens with a small margin. Then Mwamba will be at home against Nondis. Yeah, I think Nondis will pull it off, but Mwamba, I think with the way they played last weekend, if they step up their defense, not allow too many gaps in their defense, I think it will be a closer game, but I give it the advantage to Nondis to win that game. Strathmore at home against Oilers. Now Strathmore at home wanakuwa comfortable, so I believe they will have a good game, but Oilers are a force to reckon with. As we saw last weekend, walipiga Kisumu by a very massive margin, and yeah, they will carry on the momentum. So expect that it will be a very competitive game, but I think Oilers might pull it off by not a very big margin, depending on how Strathmore show up on this day, because I think sometimes Strathmore blow hot and cold, so if they step up, it might be close. If they are shaky, it might be a big margin. I don't know. Let's wait and see. Then Kisumu at home versus KCB. Now KCB, they started with the bang. There is no other way to express it. They started off with a bang, and I believe they will take this one probably by a big margin. Kisumu, they seem like they got shaken. They got shaken by Oilers, and I hope they will use their home advantage. But this is KCB. It might be a similar case to what happened with Oilers. So let's wait and see. South Coast will be hosting Kabras. Now this one is one to look forward to, because you can imagine Kabras will be traveling all the way from Kakamega all the way to Coast. I think it's Kwale. That's almost 1,000 kilometers one way, so that will have an effect on the players, and also the climate as well. It's very different from Kakamega, so I don't think that Pirates will lose by as a big margin as they did to KCB. I think it will be smaller, maybe by like 50 or 60 points, because yeah, Kabras will not be the same as they are at home. So, and I think Pirates will score some points as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. It's a very interesting dynamics. There are some interesting dynamics to this game. Want to look forward to. Then for the championship, 2 Marines will be at home hosting Zetech Oaks. Now we will get to see how Zetech perform when they travel far distances, and this is a good opportunity for them to showcase that they are good regardless of the distance, and with all the factors considered, distance and everything. I think this is a good test for them, and they were the finalists for Nationwide last season, Zetech winning Nationwide, so this is a familiar team to them. Considering hiyo game ilikuwa Nairobi, this time around itakuwa Mombasa, so let's see how Zetech performs, but I still think they have that potential of winning the game, so I'm giving them that benefit of winning that game. Koya Monks versus Mean Machines itakuwa pale Koya. Karen Campus. Mean Machine has been losing to teams that are not on the same level as Koya, so I think Koya will continue their reign of dominance, terrorizing the league. I think their next victim is Mean Machine. And yeah, I'm giving that one to Koya. Hope Mean Machine reduces the deficit in case they bounce back later on in the season. But this one, Koya takes it. Homeboys at home versus USIU. USIU, the way they started, the way they performed last weekend, and the fact that Homeboys won their game last weekend, I think being at home as well, I'm giving them the home advantage over USIU. USIU, I hope they step up, they bounce back, but I believe Homeboys have that one. Masinde Muliro at home versus UOE. I mean, if the way they performed, beating their previous opponents, beating USIU away, this one will be a walkover at home. I believe USIU will not a walkover, it will be like they will run over UOE. Yeah, Masinde Muliro takes that one. Leicester Falcons at home versus Mombasa. Leicester, the way they performed at home now versus Mombasa. I think Mombasa usually step up when they play Leicester. So this one will be an intense one. It will be a very competitive game, but still, I think Leicester will take it. Western Bulls at home versus JKUAT. Now, Bulls, they got a walkover last weekend, so I think they will be trying to bounce back when they play JKUAT, and JKUAT will be looking for a win away, and this is a good test for them. So this one is one to look forward to. It will be a close one, it will be competitive. So I'm curious to know who wins this game, and I'm gonna give the Western Bulls the home advantage because I believe it will be a close game. Okay, so yeah, write in the comments your opinions. What do you think will happen? Your predictions. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Check out other videos, like the video, and I'll see you next time.